Hello, I'm out at my lot today to start doing some construction work before I move down here. The thing that I have to do is build my outhouse, and here on my truck I have the materials to frame up my outhouse, so let's get to work. So rather than lugging all the material like I had just been doing, I decided to take the chance and drive in here. There isn't a whole lot of snow, and hopefully with the four-wheel drive I'll be able to get out of here. I got the cut list, I got the material, but unfortunately I got no power, so I'm going to be doing this old school with a handsaw to chop up the pieces. The first cut of Mini. And the first nail. And the battery on the camera died, so I did not manage to record the framing of the floor. I am measuring the diagonals of the floor to make sure it's square. Nothing like having your wood be a sheet of ice. To the screws. Duck! I throw my hammer. My scientific way of checking the height of the toilet seat. So the next thing I got to do is I got to put a bunch of rafters up, 3 of them to be exact, but to cut them I'm going to have to take some time and do some measurements and figure out exactly the angles and stuff, lay them out and have some fun cutting. Okay, I got it all figured out. I know what angles I need to cut and how I need to cut it, so let's see if I can manage to do that. The roof pitch is going to be a 7/12. So I am going to have another 7/12. 1, 2, 3.5. And this one is going to be cut vertically right there because I am having no overhang on my rafter. try this in place to make sure it fits, and then I'll hopefully be able to cut the other two. And I think that looks pretty good for the pattern here, so we'll do the other two off of this guy and get them put on. And of course, as you can see, I forgot to press play as I was doing that back wall. So we're going to put the exterior finish on the two sides of the outhouse. So let's get to work. I'll be able to take these two temporary braces off now and fill out the front. Normally I'd take that home and rip it on the table saw, but because I want to get this side done today, I'm going to try to rip it with my hand saw. So, wish me luck. The next thing is to cut the pieces for the roof. So there's a bunch of them to cut up to cover that roof so I can put my asphalt on it. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting a board along the top to shut off the joint between the wall and the ceiling boards. Well, now it's time to cover the roof. I got some synthetic felt here and I have some asphalt shingles on the truck. I'll be installing them. Well, I got the building tight, mostly. I still need to put the door on before it's truly tight, but it's definitely out of the wind anyway. Whew! It's a little chilly here today. The wind is blowing fairly good through here, so I'm going to see if I can get this door on so I don't have to worry about it filling with snow. Well, I have to cut a number of pieces of trim for the corners of the outhouse and for the door, so I have a cut list here of my different sizes that I need, and I got my table saw set up, so let's get cutting. Well, before I can install these last few corner pieces and stuff, I just have to plane the edges off where I ran them through the table saw, and then we should be good to go. Now, since I got them all planed, what I have to do is I have to put the corner pieces on, which means I need the lengths to be able to cut them to, and assemble them together and then nail them on to finish off these corners so they will look good. What I did is I nailed the corner together, and now I just have to cut the notch here where the floor is for this one to sit down. And to get the heights for that, I'll go like this. Yeah. There, I know where to cut. And I'll measure it. And that's 3/4 of an inch plus the 5/8 that's here. There, the last of the outhouse itself done. I just have the door to finish off now, and it'll be hopefully weather tight. Next time I'll show you the framing of the door, and we'll have a peek inside at how the interior is finished, and I'll be talking a little bit about how a composting toilet works. I hope you enjoyed the video of me framing up the outhouse. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to these videos.